So imagine, if you would, with me, a situation, a scenario. There is an individual out there who admitted to having inappropriate conversations with a minor. He went to jail, served his time, and upon exiting, you took one handcuff off of him, and as you're taking off the second one, about to unlock it, he says, there's no guarantee I won't do this again, right? I'm asking you, man to man, adult to adult, good person to good person, you letting him go? Because if you said no, you're probably a person who values, some semblance of society being safe from predators. But if you said, no, I'd give it a shot, then you would be YouTube, because YouTube has said, hey, Dr. Kid Inspect, come on back to your favorite playground and have all the fun you want. Let's talk about it. Dynamite. Certified pedophile, certified. A minor.
Bang, bang.
Hey, how you guys doing? My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers, and we are back. I didn't think I would ever have to talk about this man again, but here I am talking about Dr. Kid Inspect, man. And it's because, for lack of better terms, YouTube has made one of the more atrocious decisions, which is letting him back on their platform fully monetized. And the question is, why? And I think the more important question is, what did he do to give any semblance of he has learned his lesson? I don't believe he's learned his lesson. In fact, I think he's doubled down and thinks he's a victim. The guy with the firm handshake club. The guy that dresses up and acts like a complete asshat on the internet for children and got in trouble for cheating on his wife twice. One with a minor and the other with an adult. This is the role model we want to monetize and put in front of the masses. Well, then there's no reason. Then there's your reason for the level of degeneracy going on in our society, right? But all those things aside, for all you that don't know, let's get the backstory, right? We're talking about the infamous Dr. Kid Inspect. YouTube's explanation for why Dr. Kid Inspect can start making money on his channel again doesn't add up. Glad to see I'm not the only one. 7 months after demonetizing Dr. Kid Inspect over his admission of inappropriate communications with a minor, YouTube has decided that Guy Beahm, better known as the streamer Dr. Disrespect, has served his penance and can start monetizing his videos again. After multiple sources reported that changing in direction, Beahm himself triumphantly announced that he is remonetized on message via the platform Twitter. YouTube monetization is back. Weird. YouTube confirms its decision in a statement provided by PC Gamer. Dr. Kid Inspect was previously suspended from YouTube Partner Program for violation of the creator responsibility policies. A YouTube spokesperson said creators who are suspended from the program can reapply for access, and after careful review of the channel's recent activity, they reinstated it. If there are further violations, we'll take appropriate actions. Okay, so my question is, he didn't do anything wrong on YouTube. He did something wrong off platform, and that's why he got in trouble. His inappropriate behavior happened off platform, which is still within their terms of service and still within their total right. My question is, what did he do? So why is his platform on your channel being used to justify why letting him back, right? Shouldn't his actions be a resolve of outward penance, right? The natural question then is, how has he addressed that? Aside from acknowledging that the allegations were accurate, Beahm only public action has been to deny any illegal activities. Imagine you're found having inappropriate You know what that's the equivalent of? It's the equivalent of a dude who got caught by Chris Hansen saying, I didn't do anything illegal yet. I just said I would like to meet this 13-year-old girl with alcohol and condoms, but I haven't done anything. He's literally in the front lobby of the apartment complex waiting on the girl to come out. He's literally smelling the fresh cookies in the kitchen as she's taking a shower. Like, my whole thing is like, why are we even giving him a chance? Like, we know that there are hundreds of male predators out there. Like, why are we taking the chance? And in 10 years, if a story comes out, allegedly, that he did something on YouTube's platform, this very moment, 2/3/2025, we're gonna be like, I guess his penance wasn't good enough, you know? Who'd have saw it coming? Who'd have thunk it? And paint himself as a victim of a behind-the-scene conspiracy at Twitch. And remember, for everyone that's in my comment section saying, oh, he's innocent, bitch boy can let his DMs fly. Let your DMs fly, bro. Where he remains banned on Twitch, there have even been no further claims of inappropriate behavior on Beam's part that I'm aware of. I don't know who that person is aware of. So I suppose one could call the situation addressed as far as it goes. No, I don't call that shit addressed. But carrying on with business as usual while pinning the blame of your misfortune on others and insisting you didn't really do anything illegal does nothing to address the initial violation, and that led me to question YouTube's real commitments to its policies, saying you want to protect the YouTube community with your rules is nice, but monetizing a streamer who makes points, okay, this dude's snapping. A point of showing no contrition for his behavior sends a very different message. Damn, this dude's snapping. Who the fuck wrote this? Andy Chalk, you a real one, bro. You a real one. Actions were egregious enough to show him the door permanently. So, Twitch hasn't brought him back, and that's because the actions and the horrific actions that took place happened on Twitch. So Twitch has the lowdown on him. And the day those messages fly, we gonna know. And it's not a good look, because if I was Twitch right now on some grimy shit, I'd release those messages and be like, here on Twitch, we don't let PDFs talk to minors. Like YouTube. YouTube let this man back. Because YouTube knows exactly what was in those messages. The C-suite people have exchanged messages. They know what's going on. The crazy part about this is right now, Dr. Kid Inspect is on Rumble. And he's been on Rumble since December 2nd, 2024. Right? And he has been given exclusivity. Right? November 25th, 2024, Rumble, the video sharing platform and the cloud service provider, today announced that Dr. Kid Inspect has joined Rumble and will be streaming his popular content on the platform as part of an agreement that includes equity with milestones as a majority of the compensation. Dr. Kid Inspect will provide exclusive content to Rumble Premium for his Champions Club community, his Kid Inspect Club. Dr. Kid Inspect will also lead Rumble Gaming, acting as the advisor and helping to build the Rumble gaming community. Now, usually whenever contracts are like this are written, they're written for a year, 2 years. So even with his monetization, he's going to at least have to wait till December, maybe if it's a year, December 2nd of this year. So a week after December 2nd, we should be looking, even the day after, we should be looking for Dr. Kid Inspect's return to YouTube. This exclusivity thing makes me believe that he can't even take advantage of this until after this point, which makes sense. That's how contracts work. But something else is interesting here. He says that he's going to be an advisor for helping to build the Rumble gaming community. He was in charge of a gaming studio already, and that gaming studio just closed indefinitely. Now, I like chocolate chip cookies, but I'll fuck around with an oat milk cookie here and there. Is this a checkers move where basically the money ran out because it was a bad idea game and no one ever wanted to play it? Also, who's going to publish a game by a PDF? Or did they consolidate that studio because he's no longer in charge of it, get everyone to come under Rumble's banner, and continue building the game as one of the first games to be built on a platform for the platform? That would be some chocolate chip level shit, but I just don't see Dr. Kid Inspect having that level of foresight. I mean, he can't even see. He can't even see in a room full of adults, in a room full of kids, he can't even identify a minor. They all look like grown-ups to him. Midnight Society has been an interesting studio to follow. The company founded by streamer Dr. Kid Inspect was working on his own extraction shooter with a Counter-Strike style skin system that would see players owning their own skins, the ability to trade or sell. This studio faced financial struggles months ago after cutting ties with Dr. Kid Inspect. Now the studio is shutting down for good. In an announcement, Midnight Society confirmed that they were closing the doors after 3 years in the gaming development business. Sucks to suck. The company was working on Dead Drop, which had around 10,000 players in the early alpha stage of development. However, now that the company is shutting down, Dead Rope will no longer be pushing through to full release. Now, you hate to hear about people losing their job, especially since they pretty much started to spiral right after the accusations came out. So you can and should blame Dr. Kid Inspect for this. Hopefully those people land on their feet, because the crazy part about it is Dr. Kid Inspect landed on his feet. Not only does he not have to worry about this studio blossoming without him, because he can now put that in his feather that you guys failed without me. He also now can say I'm back on YouTube, which was where he got his biggest amount of revenue. And I can't even begin to think of what the numbers are he's doing on Rumble. I think the first time I saw him on Rumble, or the second time I saw him, he literally rated a black guy that was wearing a Make America Great hat. Like, it was one of the weirdest altercations ever. But I do have a deep-seated belief that this shift for YouTube is not ununique. YouTube has been shifting farther to the right more and more, and characters like Dr. Kid Inspect might be ingratiating himself with other people on that Rumble platform who could speak to YouTube highlights to make this change happen. I don't think he's beyond that reproach, and considering that our president is a certified pedophile, well, I guess I couldn't say that, but he's definitely a sexual assaulter, so I could definitely say that. Since they have something in common, it stands to reason that they have a circle of people that are probably well equipped to get them into positions where they want to. Ultimately, this is just a bad day in gaming, because A predator is back on the loose. A studio shut down, and the gaming world is worse off for it. And that is something we've been trying to develop, something we're trying to get better at. So how are a studio shutting down and letting this predator back into the world, into the wild, beneficial to gaming? It's not. But that's just my opinion on this. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. Do you think Dr. Kid Inspect will break his contract in order to stream on YouTube? Is it worth that type of money? I think he was registered at like 5.5 million. So he was talking about 50 million or something like that with Kick. So he's definitely probably making a pretty penny here. There's equity for his involvement in there. There might be a reason for him to stay given the shift in the political nature of things. So I'm curious to see, but let me know. Clap it up. You feel me? Maybe he's a changed man. I don't believe it. And if you believe it, you'll be happy to know he'll be babysitting kids at the end of each stream. Go ahead, sign up for that shit.